fifth pick in the 2009 NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Ricky Rubio of El Masry, Spain, and Juventud Badalona. Maybe the most talked about player in this year's draft. Remember, last summer as a 17-year-old, he went up against the likes of Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and company when Spain almost beat USA to win the gold medal. As it was, he was the youngest player to ever play in an Olympic basketball final at 17 years old. He began playing football at 14 years old. His brother Mark plays professionally in Spain. Here's the Minnesota Timberwolves draft room, the draft cam, their reaction with the fifth pick. And remember, they also have the sixth pick, back-to-back picks in the first round. Frank Michelle, you've been watching this guy play basketball as long as he's been playing basketball. What does he give you right now as an 18-year-old point guard in the NBA?
Well, he's the best passer in this draft and the best passer maybe in the last decade of drafts. Perfect guy for a team that's rebuilding. You've got a great passer in Rubio, a great passer in Kevin Love, and you've got a young, continuing to develop Al Jefferson. If you're going to rebuild your entire franchise, this is a guy you want. They do not have a coach yet, guys, so it's really important for a kid with this kind of creativity and magical passing ability that they find somebody that's going to allow Ricky Rubio to grow into his role. He's got a Gretzky-like feel for the game of basketball. He leads the game 2 and 3 plays ahead, but he's only 18. The next coach of the Timberwolves needs to give him the ball and get out of his way, because when he's 21 or 22, he's got a chance to be an NBA star. It amazes me that at 18, he's going to have the ball in his hands, trying to feed Al Jefferson, Kevin Love, and that group that they're going to put around him. Good pick for a rebuilding team.
Right, he's the third player ever born in Spain. He's drafted in the top 10, following Wally Zerbiak, and of course, Pau Gasol, who was drafted number 3 overall in 2001. Yes, he is young. We talked about David Kahn earlier. The Minnesota Timberwolves do not have a coach right now. And there is the young man, Ricky Rubio, with Mark Jones.
All right, Stu. Ricky, back in 2001, your countryman, Pau Gasol, was drafted 3rd overall. At that moment, what did it do to you and for you?
Oh, it was unbelievable. I was like 11 years old, and I didn't know what exactly was the draft, man. And now I know what is draft.
For the fans that haven't seen you play, which NBA player do you think you play like?
I'm Ricky Rubio. I'm not like anybody else, but I feel like Steve Nash, but it's too high for me, you know. But
okay, well, you're going to learn a lot about Minnesota, including keeping warm, but the fans are going to love you if you play well. Hey, Ricky Rubio, Stu, used to stay up late and until about 3 a.m. in the morning watching NBA games on the internet. He'll be playing in those games right now.
He will be playing in them. You know, a lot of people have compared him to Pistol Pete Maravich, including Frank Michelle. I don't know if Ricky Rubio wears long, gray, drooping socks, but he does have a little bit of that Pistol Pete magic flair. Although, guys, I don't think he'll score 44 points a game like Pistol Pete once did in college. How fair is it to compare a kid to Pistol Pete Maravich right now?
I'm a guy that watched a lot of basketball as a youngster and studied the all-time greats. It's not fair to compare anybody in this draft to Pistol Pete Maravich. You're talking about a guy that got it done on every level.
He just looks like him. Actually, he looks like a tennis player. He looks like he should be playing on court 7 at Wimbledon right now. But he is an extraordinary passer, and I think he's got a chance to be a good player. And I know if Jeff Van Gundy were coaching, he'd get out of his way. I'd give him the ball and get out of his way.
There's no doubt I'd be out of his way, because after a year and a half of playing all young guys, you'd be fired, and that's how I'm at. So, listen, there's no problem with the first coach getting out of his way until we let go.
The Timberwolves have not made the playoffs in 5 straight seasons, tied for the longest drought in the NBA. They, of course, have the 6th pick. They're going to fight for that 6th pick. What direction do you think they need to go in now to be most effective this coming up season?
This is a team that got rid of Mike Miller and also Randy Forbes, so they have to stay in the backcourt. Whoever they have targeted as far as the best perimeter player, that's who they go with in this situation. Stephen Curry's the best shooter. And if you can get Stephen Curry here, I would pull the trigger on that thing.
And you've got a whole crowd of New Yorkers who do not want Minnesota to take Stephen Curry with the next pick. You talked about a learning curve for an 18-year-old, how a coach is going to have to, to settle with a whole lot of problems, issues, turnovers. Are you okay with this kind of player doing it?
Again, I think it depends so much on the character of the kid. To me, you also have to take care of his backup or the guy who's going to mentor him. You've got to have a guy who's the right backup for this guy, who's not competing with him, but trying to push him along in his development.
All right, let's take a look at the Timberwolves draft, Cam. We wondered if they go with Rubio. A lot of potential guys they could go to right now. Interestingly, this is a team that had more road wins last year, 13, than home wins, 11. 3 first-round picks in the 2009 draft. Their second coming up right now is the commissioner, David Stern.
With the 6th pick in the 2009 NBA draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Johnny Flynn from Syracuse University.
Well, the crowd loves it, not because, Johnny Flynn is the guy that they love from Minnesota, but because, Stephen Curry is so available. Interestingly, though, Mark Jackson, Johnny Flynn, a point guard, not a shooting guard. What does this mean to you?
Well, this is a young basketball team, and they're going to play a different brand. They're going to play a different style. So you expect full court pressure, you expect pushing the basketball, and certainly Johnny Flynn is a guy that can score and play off of Rubio.
Does this surprise you at all that Johnny Flynn is the pick instead of somebody who can put the ball in the basket who's taller?
Yeah, maybe a little mild surprise, but putting him together with Ricky Rubio, where those two can play together, isn't such a bad thing. I mean, Johnny Flynn, well, first of all, he's a great kid. A kid of very high character. He's only 5'11", but he's an outstanding athlete. He's got a 40-inch vertical leap. He can really get up and down the floor. I think he's improved greatly in his 2 years under Jim Boeheim. His decision-making got much, much better, especially last year. He's got quickness. He's got strength. He's a very good ball handler. And he can get into the lane, and he can finish plays even though he is small. He works hard. He's got a great demeanor. He's an improved perimeter shooter, and he's improved in getting into the lane and hitting a little mid-range floater, mid-range shot. I think he's got really good maturity. What I really like is he's strong, and he's got a strong sense about him on the floor. He turned the ball over a lot as a freshman. He's a little bit wild, and I know Jim Boeheim had his balance with him and trying to get him to slow down a little bit, to not go so fast. And this past season, I thought he was terrific all season long, and he's a much better defender, I think, than he gets credit for. He gets steals. They played a lot more man-to-man this last year, largely because Syracuse's zone wasn't as good early on as Jim Boeheim expected it to be. But I think Johnny Flynn has a great deal of potential for the NBA.
Johnny Flynn, 6'1", 196 pounds, says he hasn't grown since 8th grade. National Basketball accident where he broke his ankle bone on a growth plate. He led Syracuse in scoring, assists, and steals, but he also led the nation maybe in hearts and glory in one of the most memorable performances all year long. Johnny Flynn's father, William, is a preacher, and he attends church regularly. He's now attending a little get